And welcome back to the MLG.TV Columbus AW Open. I'm Mr. X, joined by Benson and Ben. We just saw a dominant performance by Justus in that first hard point.
Yeah, dominant's definitely one way of explaining it. 100-point clubbing, Optic Gaming, and I actually brought up the scoreboard at the very end of that game, and we had a look in that quick commercial break, and the difference in KDs were phenomenal. Justus had a 1.5, a 1.5, a 1.5. In fact, everyone bar Chiller was on a 1.5. Optic Gaming, though, was a 0.7, a 0.5, and a 0.47, and I think it was only Scumpy who actually went positive with a 1.1.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't expect that out of the roster they have. I think
kind of like that.
Yeah,
that's just,
I mean,
you don't expect that.
Right. I could have seen them easily going undefeated in hardpoint throughout the entire tournament, but the next map coming up is going to be Search and Destroy on Riot. It's going to be a very big map for Optic Gaming. I think I've watched them play this a few times online, and they like to use those snipers. Formal, obviously, with that thermal up top. But I think one thing that you need to keep note of is if that doesn't work, they need to switch that thing up. Because I think sometimes they stick with sniper rifles too long, they end up losing rounds because they keep getting pushed. So it'll be interesting to see if, Justus kind of knows their strats a little bit and they try and take control of that.
I'm really excited to potentially see a Formal versus Enable sniper battle. That would be absolutely, that'd be cool. For any old school fans out there, I'm sure you may appreciate that as well. But as you say, you have to switch things up, because that's one thing I've noticed here at Columbus in Search and Destroy. The teams which are playing it how they play it online, fast, furious, get that bomb down, try and get that first blood as quickly as you can. They're the teams which are doing so well here at MLG. The teams which are changing it up, playing slow, playing passive, it's just, it doesn't work like that right now. Yeah,
the slow and passive play on Search and Destroy does not work in Advanced Warfare, but I think there's a difference between aggression and just recklessness, right? Aggression is something where 3 players on your team will push the A bomb site together, and they'll trade those kills effectively. You can't just have one player trying to run out there in the open.
Oh, is Enable got a sniper rifle? Nope, he's just going to stick with the bow.
This is an interesting play.
And I love that straight off the bat. Who expects that? Who expects that on this map? No one. Every single time you watch Riot played, it's always an A-oriented bomb site, and you see that mini-map. I'm going to bring it up. All those red arrows, all of a sudden they're like, hey, you seen Justus lately? No, neither have we. Bomb goes down already. And Optic Gaming now need to make a play.
Yeah, and this strat is great from the standpoint that for the rest of the game, when Justus has offense, Optic Gaming has to play both sides of the map. Usually teams stack A, now Optic Gaming is going to be forced to spread their players a little bit further out, and Justus can get more creative on offense.
Classic managed to just stay alive there. Scumpy turns the corner, picks up one. Formal's also found a second. Optic Gaming springing to life, and Scumpy finds another, and that's all 4 down. That is how you break onto a bomb site. Scumpy, Formal, and Crim all picking up kills, and we were impressed by Justus's start there, but I'm even more impressed by Optic Gaming breaking that breaking that bomb site.
I mean, Scump went in there and killed Enable before Enable was even able to get a shot off.
He was like, wait, what?
I mean, that is definitely a good sign to see from Optic Gaming. They're able to bounce back after that rough hard point to win that first round in S&D pretty demandingly.
Now Optic Gaming, of course, going onto the attacking side. I wonder if they're going to have any tricks up their sleeve, or are they just going to go for the traditional kind of A push? Obviously, Justus throwing a massive curveball in round 1. I mean, it's going to be in the back of their mind.
Yeah, so Optic, they like to stick with a standard A push, and they usually have Formal or nade shot snipe over the top and watch that 3-story. So this is kind of what I expected of them.
Formal, right now he is at the back watching the flank. Meanwhile, nade shot has already gone down. Formal picks up classic though. It was Machilla that shut down nade shot. Formal has gone down as well, so immediately Scumpy knows potential for someone to be coming around the flank, and there is going to be one player there. It's Machilla, who's already killed nade shot, but Scumpy makes slight work of him after Machilla did actually take down Formal. So 2 versus 2. Scump still 3-0 yet to die here in Search.
Yeah, Justus pretty much traded all those kills up until those points. You saw, I think it was Optic that actually got first blood, and then Justus just traded those kills down into a workable situation. Now in a 2-on-2, you're going to have Enable and Slack up against Scump and Crim.
Scumpy taking his time, 33 seconds left in the round though, so time is a-ticking. Let's see, Crim goes down, Scumpy tries to trade the kill, he's going to have to push and get the kill back. Nicely traded, he's anticipated someone to be there, and right now you can see he's going to know Slack is there. It's going to come down to who can try and bamboozle the other play quick enough, but time's ticking again, Matt. 15 seconds. Someone has to make the play, and that's exactly what's happening now. Scumpy forced to try and seek out where Slack is. And with 7 seconds left, I have a feeling Slack may have played that perfectly, but he's going to check. He hasn't checked in time, and Scumpy's actually got away. Scumpy's going to go for the challenge, and no! Scumpy goes down. Classic picks up the kill. Oh, sorry, Slack picks up the kill, and he's going to get the defuse too.
Yeah, you know, I like that play from Slack because once Scum plants the bomb, he really only has 2 options to go to. I mean, if he goes back towards his left, he's going to be pretty much right in Slack's sights. He's going to be pretty much right in the open. And then he knew he was going to go back towards that right, towards that 3-story building. And once he jumped up top, you know, Slack was able to get that first 3 or 4 shots on Scum. Almost pulled it out, but I mean, Slack able to finish off that kill.
Because if you think about it, he didn't necessarily need to. The problem he had, though, was he was so weak that I feel like Slack would have just, you know, double jumped and just like hip fired and challenged for the kill himself.
Yeah, you know, Scum was so weak that if he would have just darted out of there, so to speak, I think Slack probably would have went right on bomb right away, and then he would have been forced to challenge, and he would have been so weak, he probably would have died anyway.
Well, no first blood just yet, although we did see some sniper shots go. Enable on the attacking side. Classic has gone down. That's Scumpy. And Scumpy having a sensational search and destroy right now. 5-1 leading the team. Enable goes down as well. So 4 versus 2 in favor of Optic Gaming. Machilla, he's down as well. Slacked, last man standing in a 1-on-4.
Yeah, you know, not a good situation for Slack to be in right now against all 4 members of Optic Gaming. You see how they're moving as a team. They're all focusing on this one side together, and this is exactly what they need to do. Slack tries to break that glass.
Left fail.
Misses, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gone well for Slack, let's be honest.
Yeah,
1 kill, 1 death, but
yeah, it's not looking good for him right now. I mean, bombs.
He only has 35 seconds.
35 seconds, yeah. Coming out of that door, he's not really going to get anything going. So Optic Gaming going to take a 2-1 round lead in this search and destroy.
Again, not really much emotion coming from the Optic Gaming booth. Just sheer concentration, it seems. Formal 3-1, Krim 2-1 as well. Scumpy, of course, still leading that team with a huge 6-1 from only 3 rounds played. Meanwhile, over on Justus, classic 0-3. He's having a bit of a slow start, but so is Enable at 1-3. Machilla, highest amount of kills for an individual on that team, just at 2. So Optic definitely controlling this game early on.
Yeah, you know, Mochillo was pretty much known on Curse at the beginning for his search and destroy play, so not surprised to see he's the one kind of leading the way for this Justice squad, and that's a very strong push right there from him. Don't see many people push all the way into the back of that spawn, so great start right there from Mochillo. Going to put the pressure on Optic Gaming because now they know he's behind him, but they don't know where.
Right, Nacho did not expect that at all. That was so fast. Scumpy 7-1 though. He has to kill. There's going to be 2 plays challenging him, and that leaves Formal now in a 1 versus 3, right at the very back of the map, and you said they don't know where he is. Well, there he is.
Right, and you know, once Mochilla got behind them, it kind of forced the other players from Optic Gaming to turn around. But
right.
The issue is there's 3 players from Justice coming at them from the other direction, so just pinch them on the whole map. So huge kill right there, Adam Mochilla, to start off that game.
Yeah, nicely played. That opened up absolutely everything for Justice, allowed them to push through, get that map control, and really left Optic Gaming with not very many choices there. But tied up 2 rounds apiece, and let's not forget, Optic Gaming actually losing that first map to Justus. So if Justus picked this up, that's going to give them such an advantage in this best of 5.
Oh, I mean, going up 2-0 in the series would be huge for Justus, and it looks like they're going to go back and try this one strat again, which I do like the call here. I think, you know, that A strat that they were trying really wasn't working too well. And see, they know Nate is over there. They know he's double stunned. He's going to have help from a teammate over there in that cut. So see if Justus can get a first pick right here.
Nate's managed to stay alive over there, but you can see him currently highlighted. He's going to get challenged, and he does go down. Enable, meanwhile, with the bomb. Thought about potentially rotating, and he still has that option if he chooses, but wow, Scumpy just melted Enable. He was just trying to dodge out of the way, and he was already dead, and everyone goes down. Optic Gaming with a good response right there.
Yeah, I know that's a huge response out of Optic Gaming right there. I believe this is going to be Krim getting your final kill cam, but Formal picking up 2 huge kills as well right there. So, I mean, Scum just going in right now. Same with Formal, you know, 8-2 and 5-2 respectively.
This is the key, though. They need to keep that momentum going because this is so close, and Scump's playing out of his mind right now. I mean, you saw how quickly he managed to drop Enable, but they need to keep that tempo up. They can't afford to drop off because if they do, I think Justice could come back. Yeah,
you know, usually from the Optic Gaming booth, we see them, you know, joking around a bit, having a good time. We haven't really seen that much this weekend. They kind of got to get that back a little bit, loosen up.
There you go. First blood, Formal with the sniper rifle on Slack. But going back to that point, completely agree. They need to get that kind of like banter, the good laughs, the jokes, the smiles, you know. I feel they're coming into this event with a lot of pressure because for the first time, realistically, they're expected to really, really win an event. Like, this event should be Optic Gaming's, and I think that may be something that may be playing on their mind a little bit. It definitely shouldn't be. These guys are obviously experienced players, but I still think it may play a factor.
Oh, it's extremely difficult to play with that kind of pressure on you. I mean, you know, being part of the EG group when we were on that run, I mean, it was extremely difficult to keep that thing going. You know, every tournament there was just more and more pressure, and I definitely understand, you know, what they're up against.
Yep. 4-2 though in favor of Optic Gaming, and Enable First time we've actually had a camera shot of him and he isn't smiling. So a bit of a difference. Maybe he's going to have to switch things up. He's 2-5 as well, so not having the best of starts here in Search and Destroy Riot, as Classic is actually 2-6. We'll see if these guys can try and make some plays over towards that A side, but you can see Formal for Optic Gaming. He is going to be the player that is around. Classic not able to get any hit markers just yet. Going to throw in the concussion. Didn't even hit with that. Krim has already picked up Slack. It's worth mentioning, however, there is a trade as Enable comes in and picks up Formal.
Yeah, you know, not a huge fan of this play call by Justus, but they're going to have that man advantage. I think once you went to B, it didn't work. I think, you know, going straight back to A right away was pretty much a really predictable call right here.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a couple of players down very quickly. Machilla, last man up, and it's a 1 versus 2. It's going to be Nature on Scumpy. Scump 9-3, by the way, and that is a kill. Mochilla goes down. And again, you know, no emotion whatsoever from the Optic Gaming booth, but they're concentrating, and you got to give them that because Scumpy, 10-3, he's on a 2 streak right now. You see him melt through Mochilla there for that round-ending kill cam, and Optic Gaming, this is a much better S&D performance. Where was this earlier on in pool play?
Yeah, they definitely could have used this in pool play. I know Scum definitely has excelled in Search and Destroy in this game because it fits his play style great. I mean, on some of the other games, you're able to, you know, bait him out because he's super aggressive and he loves to push. But on this game, that's exactly the type of player you want on Search and Destroy.
Crim 6 carrying that bomb, as though actually he's already gone down. So Formal, he's looking for the snipe. Doesn't look like he's going to see anything. Scumpy, meanwhile, well, he's playing very patiently, waiting to see if anyone from Justus is going to push. As you can see, it's a 3 versus 3 situation as it stands. And you kind of have to stay with Scumpy when he's playing so well. You know, 11-3. Formal's going to be highlighted on that mini-map. And actually, Formal may have some work to do here as he tracks all the way back around. But Justus actually rotating towards that B site. Formal pulls out that sniper rifle once again. And Scump pretty much surrounded by Justus players at this point.
Yeah, you know, he has a little bit of that mute left. Doesn't want to waste it right now. He's actually going to engage a player right here. And looks like he's going to try and chase this, but I would definitely advise not to. I mean, he has all the players from Justus right around him.
Oh, this should be an easy kill for Scumpy, though. There it is. He chased it, and he managed to get it. 2 more players to his left-hand side, but it's only going to be Scump and Formal alive. Going up against Enable and Classic, of course, they still need to try and get that bomb down. Formal has it, but Scumpy picks up another kill, and Formal comes in from around the outside. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Scumpy jumping up in his seat. That's what you want to see if you're an Optic Gaming fan. That's what you want to see. He just knows he lit up this main stage. 13-3. Finishes on a 5 streak, playing it perfectly.
I mean, that's the type of player Scump is, right? He can take over and just win you a map. That's like exactly what you want to see if you're an Optic Gaming fan. You know, Scump getting hype in that booth, trying to get the rest of his teammates, you know, give them a little bit of energy. Everyone looks a little bit sluggish. It's a little bit late.
It's a little bit late, yeah.
A little bit late.
You see them all drinking the Red Bulls, trying to get themselves a little bit energized there, but still, you know, you need someone in that booth with the energy, because you look at Justus from that first map. I mean, that was crazy, but that is such a good response from Optic Gaming. Can't stress that enough. To Search and Destroy seems back if Scump can continue playing like that.
Oh, right. I mean, you know, if they can take that energy into CTF, you got to give them, you know, the nod to go ahead in that game mode. You got to wonder if Justus put all their energy into that hard point and just kind of, now they're a little bit flat.
Yeah, maybe. Game number 3. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.